Two. All right, I want to see how it. Well, first let's check the sound. Let's check the sound, baby. Let's check the sound, baby. All right, let's see. I know it's a late lunch. I know. But hey, y'all, hey. I'm just checking the sound real quick. I know it's a late lunch. We cook. We cooking with grease. We cooking with grease. All right, cool. Hey, y'all. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. Hey, y'all. Hey. All right, cool. So listen. So, I meant to be here earlier. What y'all had for lunch? I'm hungry. Actually, I ain't had nothing but some yogurt yet, but that's just going to change because she is hungry. But I could not just go on and not stop by and so we could talk. So we could talk about what's on the menu because y'all, it's a whole lot going on. A whole lot going on. Yes, it is. All right. So is Diddy winning out of all this stuff that we done been saying about Diddy? All the trash we done been talking, everything. Is Diddy winning, y'all? Let me tell you what I'm talking about. So Diddy, let me share screens. Hold on one second. So listen, Diddy is sick of y'all. Okay, he's sick of all y'all. So the lawyer, you remember the lawyer? Remember we called the 800 number, right? That the lawyer created. I wonder if the number's still up. We'll check at the end. But look, y'all. So Diddy is sick of all y'all because that lawyer, Tony Busby, the guy who made the big statement, was like he got hundreds of people, and he set up a hotline that people could call in and tell their stories. And he's also going after corporations and all this and all that, right? Well, notice, Buddy was talking for a minute, but then all of a sudden he got started getting quiet, right? Right? Okay. Well, apparently he is now about to be hit with a lawsuit. Yes. Look. Let's see. Tony Busby. So he's like the lawyer out of Texas, right, y'all? Let's see here. Boom, boom, boom. All right, here we go. Here we go, y'all. Let's just do the short one.
A male celebrity who remains anonymous is suing the Houston attorney who's representing several people in lawsuits against Sean Diddy Combs. The lawsuit accuses Tony Busby and his firm of shamelessly attempting to extort exorbitant sums from him or else publicly filed wildly false, horrific allegations against him. Now, on Instagram, Busby denied the claims against him, saying that his firm won't allow the powerful and their high dollar lawyers to intimidate or silence sexual assault survivors.
Y'all. All right, so the cornbread version of that. So basically, because you know he is the king of Jane Does, right? Remember all the Jane Does that was coming out, nobody named, etc. Right? So apparently, a big celebrity he had been trying to extort money from, allegedly, right? Has actually filed a lawsuit against him, saying that he's trying to extort money from him because of this situation. Oh, oh, oh. Hold on one second, y'all. Hold on one second. I thought that was some of Diddy goons he done sent over here because we talking about him so much. But anyway, what I was saying, y'all, is that now the same lawyer who was, filing all the lawsuits, now they suing his ass. How about that? So look, this is what I want to know. I want to know if the phone number's still up. Let's check. Let's check and see if the phone number's still up. Y'all, what was it? Let's see. 1-800. Let's see. Diddy hotline. What was the number, y'all? Let me see. Hotline set up for Diddy cases. Okay, let's call it. Let's call it and see. I just want to see if it's still set up because, listen, I feel like, and the timing, and I told y'all yesterday when I said, okay, Diddy's lawyers, Diddy has more lawyers and his dream team is growing, and they hitting back. The prosecution done messed up, of course, because they went through his cell, which is not illegal, but it is illegal to go through a man's legal notebook. Okay, you can't go through his thoughts and try to use them against him. That is against his rights. So the prosecution already in hot water because the judge has agreed to not use that in any consideration for Friday's bond hearing. Because yes, he goes back to try to get bond again on Friday. Well, now this guy here, the guy that set up the hotline that we about to call to see if it's still up, is being sued by a John Doe celebrity that says he is trying to extort him through the situation. Now, let's find. Here it goes. Okay, y'all, let's see. So it's 1-800. Okay, it's 1-800. Okay, 200. 7474. All right, let's see if it still works, y'all.
Your call may be recorded for call quality assurance purposes. Thank you for calling the Sean P. Diddy Combs Abuse Helpline. This call is being recorded. We understand the strength and courage it takes to come forward.
Hot damn. Y'all, the phone number is still active, y'all. The phone number is still active and it's still called the Sean Diddy Combs Abuse Hotline. Wow. I don't even know what to say. I feel like this is what I will say. I feel like they were doing too much. Okay. This is not me saying that Diddy's not guilty or Diddy is guilty, because obviously all of these charges against all of them are alleged until otherwise determined by a court of law and a jury of their peers. However, from the beginning, I was saying, like, yo, they are doing too much. Like, everybody that was coming out of the woodworks, and I don't blame the people coming out of the woodworks that are real victims or fake victims. I blame the money hungry and attention hungry lawyers who probably knew some of the stories wasn't real, but irresponsibly decided to go ahead and speak on it anyway before finding out if it was true or not. And then on top of that, right, here's my thing. The more people kept coming out, the more fake it seemed, right? And it's not that you didn't want to believe the stories or believe the people, but it just seems like the lawyers was doing too much.com. And this is a perfect example of what happens when you do too much.com. All right. So this, I don't know if this is going to work in Diddy's favor, but apparently here's the thing. Every time anything happens remotely close to this case. Now, Diddy's name is not mentioned. Diddy did not file this lawsuit, any of that. An unknown John Doe celebrity, quote unquote, filed this lawsuit saying that Tony Busby was trying to extort money from him due to this case. Now, here's the perception. The perception is now that the prosecution has said, oh, he's running things from jail and making calls and threatening people from jail. And now this story comes out and they're trying to make it seem like Diddy probably did that too. Y'all, I really listen. I know Diddy said, take that. But I don't think he meant all that. Yeah, that man is one. Listen, I know he got money. Okay, I get it. But I think, unfortunately, now, no matter what happens, he gonna get the blame. But y'all, I would reserve for us we can continue to kiki, not at the circumstances, but at the funny news that comes out of it, because of course we are sensitive to the fact that these are people's lives. Okay, these are people's lives. The victims, Diddy's children, which the prosecution even saying, hurtful things about their kids. Like, why you think this man got to make his kids say "I love you" in public? Like, they reaching. They are reaching. And I honestly feel like this. Number one, are we betting? Because I'm telling y'all, Diddy is going to get bond Friday. He is going to get bond. And even with that big $50 million package he got, they're going to add even more stipulations to it. I don't know how, because he done threw the whole kitchen sink. But they're going to add more stipulations to it, and Diddy is going to get bond. Mark my word. Let's bet. Lunch on you if he get bond. Okay, so, and I don't know, the judge has reserved the right to figure out what he's going to do with the notes that the prosecution sees from Diddy's cell, but he's not going to deal with that until after the bond hearing. Like, so basically, he has to act just like he don't know nothing about him until after the bond hearing. Now, everybody doing a whole lot of acting like they don't know about stuff, but y'all, this is not the first movie Men in Black where they got the little remember the little light stick thing? Remember the Will Smith and I forgot the other guy name. But you know how they do when people see the aliens, they're gonna hit the flashlight, and then it will make them forget. Yeah, this ain't that. Okay. So the fact that the prosecution is trying to say that Diddy is likely trying to sway a jury pool from his jail cell when they are clearly the ones who have been doing that from day one is probably going to put the spotlight back on them in regards to that and not work in their favor. I'm telling y'all, they doing too much. They doing too much.com. So right now, Diddy is not winning in a large sense of the word, but he is winning in this situation so far. But we got to keep our eye on Diddy Watch because bond is Friday. So we will see. Here is my final take on that. My final take on the Diddy situation right now is that this is a perfect example of what happens when you count your chickens before they hatch. Yes, I'm from the country. So, if you're not, you should know what that means anyway. When you count your chickens before they hatch, the problem is you've already counted your chickens. So now the things that you're doing, the moves that you're making, the things that you've said, the claims, everything that you're doing is in response to the chickens you've counted. So then what happens when they begin to hatch, and some of them don't hatch, or some of them don't crack all the way, right? Or some of them are empty, then it's harder to come back and try to clean up than it is to just wait until it comes out. I've always said that I felt like as the stories grew day by day, yes, it was salacious. Yes, it was good entertainment news, but I felt like it was very irresponsible of the district attorney and of the personal injury attorney, Tony Busby, to come out in the way that they did so publicly and try Diddy by the media without anything going to court yet. So that's my take on that. I feel like the Tony Busby thing is not going to affect Diddy's direct situation right now. But we will keep our eye on that, of course, too. But I do feel like Diddy will get bond on Friday, and we'll stay on Diddy Watch, and we'll talk about it right here in Radio-Muva World. All right. Oh, yeah, my sinuses. Boy, I tell you, hunty. This is not an ad. This is just sinuses is bad. Tylenol, sinus, and headache. Okay, let's see if they gonna hold up to the word today. Anyway, y'all, listen. Speaking of court, y'all, I cannot believe this damn YSL trial is still going on. Y'all, the YSL trial is still going on. And I feel bad that I don't care about it anymore. I know. But don't act like you still care about it. You know you the same way. Soon as Thug got free, you was like, oh, okay, moving on. You know it. Come on. But yeah, I still got to tap back in every day just to kind of like every day I be looking for the headline, y'all. I be looking for it to say mistrial, or plea deal taken. Okay. I still, again, don't know what these two guys, remember, it's two guys still out of the 29 that were indicted. Hold on one second. Let me take the Tylenol sinus. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. It's the weather, honey. Yesterday was raining and cold. Today it is partly cloudy, but sunny and 70. Exactly. Anyway, y'all. So the case is still going on. They still got the two guys that did not take plea deals, and they wanted to take the trial B, right? I think one of them name is Yak Gotti, and I forgot the other one name. Stillwell or something like that. Y'all, listen, it is just as ghetto and just as much drama as it was when Thug was there and Woody was on the stand. Okay, wait, maybe not as funny as when Woody was on the stand. Lil Woody was on the stand. That was the funniest, right? But y'all, it is just as ghetto. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So when I said we talking about cap and hoes, you had to know that I was talking about the YSL trial. Y'all, check this out. No cap. Check this out. So I'm checking on the, case yesterday and today, right? Just doing the best that I can to try to put it on closed caption and see what the hell is really going on in this YSL case and why does it still exist. Well, y'all look at this. So I see something about an argument, right? And I'm like, wait, the judge, listen, because I like the judge, okay? And she's sick of all them. She's sick of all them. All right, let me see. Hold on, here you go. Breaks out. Okay, here we go. So first things first, right? And I think it was like an 18-minute mark. Hold on. All right, let me make sure y'all can see. Okay, cool.
I don't know what the
So this is the
Mr. Shard's going to tell you why he objected.
Okay. I forgot her name. Love. That's the prosecution lady that need a new wig and a stylist, hair and clothing. Sorry, Miss Love, you do. You make too much money and you on TV every day, honey, to not be slaying, baby. Okay, but anyway, y'all. So look, she's trying to explain something to the judge. All right, this is the defense over here. You can literally look at the the look on his face, y'all, and you can tell that he's like, oh yeah, okay, I got her. She full of it. We got it. So check this out. Right around the 18-minute mark. Let's see. Hold on, y'all. Oh Lord. Hold on.
Will both be
I went to the
examined
whole
by
next
your
video.
attorney.
Hold on, y'all. But right around the 18-minute mark, right? You hear things start to get a little spicy. And you already know that the judge, baby, she do not play. She ain't holding nothing back for nothing. Okay? Here we go. What I say, the 18-minute mark?
As well as any evidence. And Kayla Bumpus apparently called her.
Ask.
I'm proposing to ask if she told Kayla Bumpus in the hallway that was the last time she was going to call her a hoe.
Yo, what other court case? What other trial? What other, y'all? Did y'all hear what that man just said? The judge said, what are you asking, sir? Your Honor, I am asking her to tell us if she told Kayla Bumpus, which is the other attorney that stood in for Lil Woody for like a day or two and Lil Woody fired her or whatever. I'm asking her to say if she told Kayla Bumpkins in the hallway, this will be the last time you call me a hoe. Come on, y'all. Imagine what the lady who what is it? The lady who typed this stuff up, the transcriptionist, right? The court transcriber. Imagine, yo, what I know she is dying laughing in her head. Dying laughing. Because for real. And it just be so random. Like it'd be like they be dead ass serious. So they be serious. They be so serious about their questions. And so serious about what they're proposing, y'all. It is crazy to me. I'm sorry, I gotta hear him say it again. All right, so we read it at the 17, right before the 18, right? So hold on, let's hear it again. Let's hear it again.
I'm proposing to ask if she told Kayla Bumpus in the hallway that was the last time she was going to call her a hoe. It goes direct
I'm sorry, the last time who was going to
that
call?
Kayla.
Even the judge was taken aback. She was like, wait, hold on, wait, what? The last time she was gonna call her a what? Y'all, I can't make this shit up. I can't.
Sorry for the pronouns. That Kayla Bumpus was going to call investigator Viverito.
We need to
a
get
hoe.
into who it was, or just that somebody.
I think we need to get into who it
Why?
was.
Y'all.
Why?
Because she's married to Mr. Jackson.
Well,
All right, so let me tell y'all what they're saying. So Mr. Jackson is one of the defendants. I am not sure if he's one of the defendants that took a plea deal or whatever already, but Kayla Bumpkins, the attorney who stood in for Lil Woody that one day, the one that Lil Woody fired. Remember, he was like, she fired, right? So apparently they knew each other, but deeper than we thought, right? Because apparently Kayla Bumpkins, y'all, is married to one of the defendants, and that's her baby daddy. Yeah, didn't know that, right? We didn't either. But anyway, also, y'all, also the trial has been tainted with saying that Fonnie Willis had a affair or whatever, allegedly, with the late Donovan Peanut Thomas, who was the subject. His murder was really the center of the YSL trial in the beginning. Now I don't know what they're talking about, but so this trial has been. Baby, this trial has been, the scandals, oh my gosh, the hoes. Look, y'all listen. Hold on.
was she at the time? Is this for real, y'all?
Look.
Yeah, 'cause-
Yeah, y'all. Look at the
Well,
transcriber, y'all. She laughing.
None of this is relevant. Whatever is happening between Ms. Bumpus, Mr. Jackson, this has nothing to do with the guilt or innocence.
My sentence. You may ask if she is following the.
Okay, so look, y'all. So that was the first part. So then I just I'm perusing through see if there's anything I need to tell y'all like this funny-ish right here. So then I put on another video, and all of a sudden I just keep hearing that's cap. Is that cap? And I'm like, is this the trial where they keep talking about that's cap? So hold on, let me make sure I got the right one. Wait a minute. Is this it? Hold on. Let me see.
About a post that was.
Okay, let's see.
Thank you, Your Honor. May it please the court. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Investigator Viverito.
Good morning.
Are both those mics being used?
This one is.
Oh, it's fixed.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you. So, Investigator Viverito, where we left off yesterday, we were talking about a post that was captured by you that showed Quamarvius Nichols with some writing on the picture, correct?
Correct.
Not captured.
Okay. We are going to get back to that later.
Sure.
Okay, so we're going to switch to another topic right now. But it is about the posts from March 2022 that you collected.
Okay.
Okay. The reality is in March 2022, you observed and collected some posts that you felt were relevant
Sure.
and that you felt were derogatory or mocking both the Christian McMiller and Darius Ford situation.
I'd have to see which posts were.
Well, we're going to get to individual
Okay.
posts, but some of the posts were derogatory and mocking Christian McMiller and Darius Ford.
Correct.
And then you also pulled posts that you thought were derogatory or referencing or mocking Shamel Drinks' death. as well,
Correct.
correct? Okay. And let's be clear. As an investigator, you are not saying just because someone posts something derogatory or mocking or referencing the death of another individual, that means that they committed that crime. You are not saying that, are you?
That is correct.
Okay. And I just want to talk to you about a couple of these posts. I'm going to bring them up to you, okay? These are all this is a.
All right, hold on,
all
y'all.
the
This,
posts
this
that you
may not be
collected
the
that
one.
are in
Hold
evidence,
on.
correct?
Sure.
All right, may I approach?
Yes.
Although that is funny as well because he's about to make her explain what she saw in the social media post, right? All right, let's see. Prosecutor, blah, blah, blah. Gets on games about her answers and cross. Okay, let's see if this is it.
In these songs, while we're talking about Cap,
Yo, here we go. Yeah, here we go.
songs-
So this is what I meant when I said today we're gonna be talking about hoes, Cap. Here go the Cap.
in these songs, while we're talking about Cap, let's see. Mr. Stillwell referred to himself as Big Slime.
Yes.
Okay, you ever hear anyone else refer to Mr. Stillwell as Big Slime?
I'm trying to think. He's been referred to as Big Slime and Life-Size Lizard.
Right, that's what he calls
Life-size
himself.
lizard.
He's also referred to as that. I've heard him.
Okay.
What?
So he was claiming to be Big Slime in the
Correct.
song that he wrote or performed. Okay. Then we got, let's see, Dolly White in one of the songs.
Which is Young
Bullshit, right?
Dolly, yes.
Dolly.
She brags about making $201K in a day.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay.
This
Do
is-
you know? Is there ever any evidence that you have that on that day that Dolly White was claiming that she made $201K that day, that she actually made $201,000 that day?
A, I wouldn't know what day it is to be able to tell you. She could have been on Instagram or somewhere bragging about having 200K. So without knowing the day, I couldn't tell you.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Do you have any evidence that Dolly White, I'm not talking about Jeffrey Williams, I'm talking about Dolly White, has ever made $201,000 in a day in her life?
I couldn't tell you what Miss Greer makes.
Could that have been Cap?
Yo,
It could, but it also could not have been.
yo, you know what took me out, y'all? What took me out is the fact that could that have been Cap? And not only did the lawyer ask the question, like the word was just regular dictionary word, right? But the detective on the stand said, I mean, it could have been like like you could just tell she's she clearly knows what Cap means. And she literally answers the question without anything. Your Honor, don't object to it. At this point, y'all, they use that type of slang as regular language in this trial. This is hilarious to me. All I'm going to say is 50 Cent, I really hope that you're trying to buy the rights to this YSL movie because, baby, it is going to be even funnier when you make it. All right, y'all. So my final thoughts on this is that I don't have no final thoughts on the YSL trial yet because I don't even know when it's gonna have a final. My final thoughts is I hope that kids, I hope that you got something out of this trial and you decide that this is not the life that you want to live based off how you see this YSL trial going. I don't know what to say. Except Judge, what's her name? I like the lady judge. She cool. All I'm saying is, honey, it's time. At this point, like I said, I think the judge just not calling a mistrial too because she's entertained. It's funny. And imagine the most expensive trial in Georgia history, y'all. Imagine how much she getting paid today just to sit there and deal with the foolishness. To sit there and deal with the Cap. And talk about the hoes. All right, so moving on. Speaking of jail, no pun intended, but I know someone who is not getting out of jail, guys. Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez tried to get out of jail. Let's see. I don't know if you remember, but he filed a motion saying that the prosecution withheld evidence and that it needed to. It was like not giving him a chance to have a fair trial, etc., and went against his rights. Let's see. Hold on, let me give it to y'all. Oh, I know where I saw it. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Okay, let's see. What y'all eating for dinner? Because at this point, it's almost dinner, right? Dinner low down. All right, let's see. Tory Lanez missing gun claims have been rejected by the state. So he claimed that the gun that was used to shoot Megan Thee Stallion is missing and could not be tested for DNA, meaning he's basically saying like it's gone, quote unquote, demonstrably false, like it's missing. And the state saying that that's just a lie. That's demonstrably false. It's a lie. They said Lanes cannot file any claim of innocence as he is unable to conduct further testing since the firearm and bullet fragments are now missing. Okay, well, the state of California said that Lanes failed to submit reasonably available documentary evidence to support his assertion. The court documents included an LAPD declaration confirming the firearm is in its custody. The filing continued. His failure to do so is especially troubling because his factual assertion that the firearm casings and bullet fragments are missing is contradicted by the attached declaration from Martin Prashado, which avers that his query of the computer system for the LAPD still has custody of the firearms magazines, as well as the casings and fragments that were booked in the evidence. Well, where they at then? Now, you already know here in Radio-Muva world, we are on the side of the victim always, always. However, okay, he say, she say, where they at then? So if you're going to debunk my theory, if you're gonna dismiss my my claim, as in Tory Lanez, then at least show me what you're talking about then. Y'all think that's what his lawyer's gonna ask next? I know I would. I don't want to see the paper that tell me that it's sworn by an officer, because I don't mean no harm, but let's see. We got trust issues. Is that good? Was that politically correct enough? You know what I'm saying? So if that's what they're saying, show me the gun. Show me the gun. Show me everything that you said that you have in custody. I don't want to see a picture of it. I don't want to see the page that you got a notary to sign off on. I want to see the actual physical evidence. Bring it to court. Show it to the judge. Show it to my lawyers. Let me see it. And let's prove that that's it. If I was Tory Lanez, that's what I would do. That's what I would do. But y'all, it's not looking good for Tory Lanez, man. I mean, I'm sure he's going to continue to fight. But for right now, Tory Lanez will be staying in jail. He will not be getting a new hearing to test the evidence again, to present new evidence, etc. No. So that's that with Tory Lanez. And since we own a court roll, y'all, last but not least, let's see what's going on with Dirk, Lil Durk. So the last I heard, I know that all of them now are in California. I think it's him and the 5 other people. Let's see, Lil Durk. Okay. Let's see if there's any updates, y'all. All right, so last we know, of course, that he pled not guilty, but let's see here. Here's 5 developments. Let's, hiphopcanada.com. So let's see. All right, let's see here. Meanwhile, like I have always said, you know who the only person this is working out in their favor? Quando Rondo. Where is he, y'all? Oh, okay. Oh, okay, hold on. All right, well, if that's the case, we can go look at it ourselves then, honey. Let's see if the Law and Crime Network did it. Shout out to everybody over at the Law and Crime Network. We love them. And of course, anything that we replay, we're using under the Fair Use Act. Let's see here. Ooh, child. When you go through the headlines, baby, ooh, it's a lot. It is a lot. Oh, you know what? Am I in crime or am I in trials? Let me see. Let's see. Law and Crime Network. Dirk, let's see. Well, actually, okay, here we go. Here we go, y'all. Let's look at this. 5 big developments in Lil Durk's murder for hire case from the Law and Crime Network. Let's check it out.
A superseding indictment, extradition to California, and a plea entered in court. There have been some major updates in the murder for hire case against Grammy Award-winning rapper Lil Durk as he postpones the release of his latest album to deal with court proceedings. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber.
I'll be right back, y'all. I'm going to grab some drink.
Dirk Banks, known worldwide as Lil Durk, has officially been extradited to Southern California and has entered a not guilty plea to murder for hire charges. A grand jury indicted the rapper on felony counts for allegedly plotting to kill a rival rapper, but instead, it ended up with the death of that man's cousin. Now, when charges were first announced against Banks and alleged co-conspirators, and we covered this here on Sidebar, we didn't see Banks named in the same case as the defendants. He wasn't listed among the defendants in the case. But now we have a superseding indictment, and his name is at the top, followed by Kevon Grant, DeAndre Wilson, Keith Jones, David Lindsay, and Asa Houston. All the men are charged with conspiracy and use of interstate facilities to commit murder for hire resulting in death, as well as gun charges. And prosecutors claim the 32-year-old Chicago rap collective is actually a criminal enterprise. The superseding indictment states in or around 2010, defendant Dirk Banks, also known as Lil Durk, a.k.a. Blood, a.k.a. Mustafa Abdul Malik, formed an organization called Only the Family, or OTF, which, among other things, produced and sold hip-hop music from artists primarily from the Chicago, Illinois area. OTF also acted as an association, in fact, of individuals who engaged in violence, including murder and assault, at the direction of defendant Banks and to maintain their status in OTF.
Wow.
Now, prosecutors allege that Banks had used OTF to really target this rival rapper from Georgia, known as Quando Rondo, real name Tyquan Bowman. He's referred to in the indictment as TB. Got to give you a little bit of a history on this and how prosecutors say all this happened. So Banks and Bowman, they were part of an apparent altercation at this Atlanta nightclub in 2020. And that altercation led to Dirk's friend, King Von, another rapper.
Okay, correction. Dirk was not there that night that King Von got killed. But I'm sure he probably was not a hip-hop fan or wasn't familiar with the situation. That's why he said Banks and Bowman feud. They had an altercation that night. They did not. So the correction is Dirk was not there the night that King Von got killed. And that was the night that King Von punched Quando Rondo in the face, allegedly. And of course, Lil Tim, Quando Rondo's friend, shot King Von in self-defense, and King Von later died.
Being shot and killed. And Atlanta police say that one of Quando Rondo's associates, Timothy Leaks, he was the one who actually shot Von, although that case blew apart. But Banks allegedly believed that Rondo was really at the center of this confrontation. By the way, we have been trying to cover updates for you in this Lil Durk case, and I got to call out one of our sponsors, Upside, because with their support, it helps us to continue to do this. Now, if you don't know what Upside is, it's Sidebar or Mr. assassination attempt. And investigators say that this trip to LA was funded by either OTF or Mr. Banks directly. But to be clear, prosecutors are saying Banks didn't want any part of the planning to be connected to him, because he reportedly texted one of his alleged co-conspirators, "Don't book no flights under no names involved with me." Now, authorities believe that Banks also flew to Southern California via private jet at this time. Now, the indictment accuses the defendants of following Quando Rondo's black Escalade around LA back in August of 2022. But here's the thing. Traffic camera photos show a white Infiniti seemingly following this SUV until it pulls into a gas station. The Infiniti is then parked behind the gas station in an alley. The indictment reads, on August 19th, 2022, at the Beverly gas station, defendants Jones and Lindsay and co-conspirator 2 used the firearms procured by defendant Grant, including the fully automatic firearm, to shoot at TB's car, striking and killing SR. This is TB's cousin, Savia Robinson, who was standing next to TB's car while TB was inside. The images below show defendants Jones and Lindsay and co-conspirator 2 firing their guns at TB's black Escalade. And this filing also includes surveillance photos of the suspects, or potentially the suspects, appearing to fire guns towards those gas pumps. Quando Rondo, again known as TB in the indictment, who was the alleged target of this murder for hire plot, wasn't hurt. But according to investigators, he was actually inside the gas station when the shooting happened. But his cousin, SR, Savia Robinson, was standing next to the SUV and was killed. Banks, though, is not accused of being present when that shooting happened, but more was kind of this figure overseeing it and funded it. But investigators do say also that he tried to profit off of this incident, this shooting, because in the superseding indictment, it states, following the attempted murder of TB and the murder of SR, defendant Banks sought to commercialize SR's death by rapping about his revenge on TB with music that explicitly referenced audio from a news clip taken shortly after SR's murder, where TB screamed, "No, no," after seeing SR's dead body. Told me they got an Addy, got location, go, go, green light, go, go, go. Look on the news and see your son, you screaming, no, no.
Reading the lyrics,
and according to investigators, when word started circulating that Banks' alleged co-conspirators were going to be arrested in connection with the shooting.
Okay,
Banks
we know all that. So tell us the 5 developments.
Another question.
Let's see here, hold on.
You know, his organization, OTF, only the meticulous with collecting.
Friend of the show, Detective Eric Barnes, to talk more about this. So, Detective Barnes, you can see how investigators move their way through this case, gathering evidence, piecing together the pieces, the parts of this puzzle. Look, these are all allegations at this point, but what are your initial takes on this investigation?
It seems in this investigation that the detectives were very meticulous with collecting their information. They didn't get in any rush to go out and make an arrest. Obviously, anytime that you're making a high-profile arrest or dealing with a high-profile investigation, the last thing you want to do is prematurely go and arrest someone of the caliber of Lil Durk, because you know you're going to be on the front page of the newspaper, and it's either going to give you positive exposure to your case or it's going to expose your investigation.
What do you think is the strongest evidence right now tying back to him?
What I be saying?
The strongest evidence that I could see in reading through the indictment is that, you know, his organization, OTF, Only the Family, his credit cards were used by members of this organization to purchase and kind of coordinate the movement that was needed to make the murder happen.
Wow.
Do you think there's an argument when he sends that text message, like, don't book any flights under my name? I've talked about this on previous sidebars, but could he be saying, I don't want any part of this. Don't put me on any of this.
Yes.
You do whatever you
That's
think you
true.
need to do.
That's true.
Keep me out of it. Maybe, but then you look at the allegations that he was profiting off of the killing afterwards.
Yeah,
that would be
again,
maybe a tough sell to say he didn't either know what was going on or didn't have a part in it, right?
I think so. Another question I think you also have to ask is, if you knew that this situation was going to take place, do you have an obligation to report it to authorities? You know, obviously within this culture, you know, snitching is something that's looked down on. But if someone's going to use one of my credit cards to go and commit a murder, I may not call the police, but I'm definitely going to call the credit card company and block any charges that are coming up.
He could maybe say, I didn't know they were going to do that. Let me ask you this. With murder for hire cases, I've always been fascinated by this. Don't you feel it's a little ironic? The goal, of course, would be, if you take the allegations as true in this case or other cases, is the mastermind behind it doesn't want anything leaking back to him. But sometimes in these cases, there is the biggest evidence trail of all. Paper trail, digital trail, messages, financial trail, right? Don't you see that? I mean, that's, again, you might say there's not a lot of evidence against Mr. Banks here, but there's at least something to warrant charges.
I believe that you know, just the distance from Chicago to where they went in California was the biggest obstacle for them, because, you know, the only way for them to be able to travel and make this murder happen, they had to make arrangements. And you can't walk into an airport and pay cash for a plane ticket. You know, you have to use electronic means to be able to get on a plane and rent cars. So they definitely left a paper trail on this that I think was the quote unquote smoking gun.
There's a part in the indictment when they talk about co-conspirators either known or unknown. Does
Mhm.
that mean that investigators are still looking into other people who might be connected to this?
I believe that also when you talk about known or unknown, it alludes to the fact that there are other individuals out there that do have knowledge of this and maybe aren't fully ready to cooperate at this point.
What would lead them to cooperate?
There's a lot of different things that can cause somebody to cooperate.
Yeah,
It could
you
be
know.
maybe at this point in time, they just don't feel comfortable. They could be working through other charges on themselves.
Exactly. And
That
they
they
want to
may
get out
have,
bail.
they may be currently charged with different court cases.
I don't know why.
Also there's a lot of
Happens every
back and
time.
forth now because you have individuals that were part of an organization that ultimately chose to turn against other members of the organization. So it's causing
Yeah, I was going to ask you that because can I read you something? Can I read you
Yes.
something from the indictment? One of the overt acts. So in order to prove this kind of conspiracy, it's not just a criminal agreement. You need overt acts, steps that are taken. This is overt act number 25. On August 19th, 2022, defendants Grant, Wilson, Jones, Lindsay, and Houston, and co-conspirator 2, so this person's not named, traveled to a hamburger restaurant in Los Angeles County where the co-conspirators discussed, among other things,
The person not named,
payments
I
to
bet.
defendants Jones and Lindsay for the shooting earlier that day. The only way, correct me if I'm wrong, the only way authorities can know that information is because of co-conspirator 2, right? That person has to be cooperating. Otherwise, if this isn't, they're talking about it, how else would they know they talked about it?
right. There has to be some kind of corroborating information that can prove up both sides of that conversation that they allege took place.
Is it hard to process it, talking about it? But
the investigators have to really fan base. And so one of the things that I would dig deep into with this investigation is just really looking into and fact finding. You mentioned earlier that they're going to use some of his lyrics in one of his songs against him. The investigators have to really be careful to make sure that their timeline of when the song was released and these events line up, because it could be talking about a shooting, but now you run across the issue of making sure that it's this specific shooting and not some other shooting.
By the way, I wanted to just ask you one.
Is part of the reason why using lyrics is so slippery. So, all right, y'all. Well, you can see that Dirk, of course, pled not guilty. He got no bail. I'm not sure if they are going to try to get bail again. I would assume so. So we'll keep our eye on that. All right. My final take on the Lil Durk situation as it stands right now. These ain't no big developments. This is a big development to maybe Jesse Weber, okay, who didn't even know the correct story about the night King Von died. Okay, he thought that Dirk was there. Dirk was not there. But these are not big developments. Unfortunately, we are seeing something play out on a large level of what has been happening every day in every hood USA, and it's sad. And it's sad, and I hate it, and I hate to see people talking about they smoking on packs and killing people because they in gangs, and these young men not making it to see 25, and all the mothers crying. I wanted to stop. I hate it, but I also hate to see this man. Well, how many kids Dirk got? 10 kids. And I don't even know if the guy who got killed, Lil Pop, I don't know if he got kids, but he got a mama. Okay. And so now you got Dirk dad just getting out, and he was gone all of his life in the prison system. And now Dirk has 10 small children. And unfortunately, all of this stuff is alleged right now. But if he is found guilty, he also runs the risk of missing a major part of their lives. So my take on this is, kids, let this be an example. And I really hope that the biggest things out of all these cases and all this exposing that's happening in the culture and the hip hop industry and music industry this year is that people see it for what it is and start to understand the dangers of this industry. Okay. And start to explore other career opportunities, and that being a rapper, quote unquote, is not as glamorized, because the reality is what you're seeing this year. The reality of being a rapper in any country right now is that you are more than likely going to get killed on the job. And I hate to say it, it's sad to say, but if you are a rapper today, you are working in one of the most dangerous career fields that exist currently. So I just hope that people really take not just the entertainment factor of what's going on with Lil Durk, what's going on with this YSL trial. I mean, I joke around. I pick through the news with y'all and and pull out the headlines and have fun, but only to be able to digest it all and knowing that we as smart adults, we understand the true seriousness behind the laughter. So all I'm gonna say, y'all, is that we will continue to pray for everybody on all sides involved in this situation, and hope that the truth comes out. And there it is. That's it for Lil Durk. Y'all, I'm emotional. Not about that. Okay, wait, let me be clear. Y'all, I'm emotional. Not about any of the court cases, not about none of that, y'all. But all my life, from the time that I can remember as a child, all the way up until yesterday, whenever you have an upset tummy, what's the first thing people tell you to do? Drink some ginger ale. Whenever you what do they say? Got heartburn or something? Drink some ginger ale. Ginger ale, they think fix everything. I know my family did, but it carried on to my adulthood because what do I have in the refrigerator right now? Ginger ale. What did I have yesterday? Ginger ale. Well, I remember one time, one of my sons, I was drinking the ginger ale, and I remember him saying to me something about, but these new age kids, they so woke. They so woke, Lord Jesus, on their own terms. So, he was getting on me about drinking a ginger ale. Now, mind you, remember I told you since I grew up, hey, listen, that's all I know. If my stomach hurt or if I'm getting over, when I was younger and, would have a hangover, maybe in college or something, and your tummy's still not right, or you trying to stop yourself from throwing up, get your stomach back right, drink a ginger ale. Well, my son at the time said, hey, Mom, that's not real ginger ale, right? And I'm like, what do you mean it's not real ginger ale? Boy, stop playing. What do you want? I don't like the 100% Red Rock one sometimes because it be too strong. So according to, what's going on, I just like the Canada Dry or the Schweitz or, whatever. He's like, that's not real ginger ale. So blah, blah, blah. It's not doing anything and blah, 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 blah. And I was just like, I roll my eyes. Boy, please, the whole world know ginger ale is what it is, period, right? Right? You know it. You too, right? I know. Well, y'all, apparently, somewhere in the midst of all of that, there has been a class action lawsuit filed. And we're about to get to the heart of this together. Oh my gosh. Because I got ginger ale in my refrigerator and now I'm feeling like, okay. Let's see. Hold on. I'm going to find exactly where it's at. Okay. The lawyer, Angela. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Lawyer. Let's see if we can find it like this, y'all. Lawyer, Angela. Ginger. Okay, so it's popping up. So somebody is. Let's see if I just put lawyer Angela ginger ale. Let's see if we can get it like that. Lawyer Angela ginger ale. All right, hold on. Let's Google it. So I'm looking at the shade room, right, y'all? And apparently, over on X, people are reacting to the news when she broke down the ginger ale lawsuit. So let's see. Lawyer Angela Ginger Ale. Send this to your friends who drink ginger ale. Okay, here it is, y'all. I guess it's on TikTok. Let's see here. Oh, Lord. Lord have mercy. Is she about to bust all of our bubbles? We about to find out.
New class action filed against Keurig Dr. Pepper for all those ginger ales sold under Schweppes and Canada Dry, including but not limited to plain, diet, raspberry, grape, black cherry, lemonade, cranberry. The lawsuit alleges false advertising, negligent misrepresentation, and all sorts of fraud claims. So when a product is artificially flavored, there are both state and federal laws that require the packaging to say artificial flavors. Not only do these drinks not have that label, but many of these have actually had the label natural. But the problem alleged by the lawsuit is that these products contain malic acid. Now there's both a natural and a synthetic version of malic acid, but the lawsuit claims that these drinks use the synthetic version because it's cheaper, and also a petrochemical made from benzene or butane in petrochemical factories, so obviously artificial. The lawsuit alleges they very obviously knew what they were doing, and so thus willfully mislabeled the drinks. Thus is asking for damages, meaning payment for anyone nationwide who has bought these ginger ales. You know, I'll keep you updated on any settlement.
Wow. Y'all. Well, there goes the ginger ale. I don't.
So you want to stop saying I'm sorry
Hold
to
on,
everyone
there
at work,
goes
but
the
you
ginger
still
ale.
want to be gracious. I have an easy trick for you. Because look, I'm a
All right,
lawyer.
hold
I
on.
negotiated with some of the best lawyers in this country. I was president of the
All
Harvard
right, so
debate
we
team,
don't.
and I do.
Okay, thank you. All right, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. Okay, right now I'm drinking some Welch's sparkling red grape juice. I told y'all they put it in the little bottle now. Look. But I ain't gonna lie, for dinner I probably was gonna have a little sip of ginger ale, you know what I'm saying? A little, And then when my daughter begs for a sip of soda, I usually keep ginger ale around because it has no caffeine in it. Parents, you know what I mean. They don't need no extra caffeine to be hype. But y'all, oh my gosh. Let's see here, y'all. Let's see what they're saying on the shade room. Okay. Let's see here. All right. The shade room. By the way, follow me on Instagram if you don't already. Radio-Muva. Radio_Muva. All right, let's see here. All right, y'all look. Let's see what they saying. Because you know they don't be having no manners. All right, this is the lady we just watched.
Including but not limited to plain, diet, raspberry, grape, black cherry, lemonade, cranberry. The lawsuit alleges false advertising, negligent misrepresentation, and all sorts of fraud claims. So when a product is artificially flavored, they're both state.
Attention, black people. There's a class action lawsuit for ginger ale. Y'all better sign up. That's the closest we're going to get to reparations. Diligently ignoring any videos or tweets involving the class action lawsuit for ginger ale because I deserve one good thing. Hilarious. Yo, and I see Miss Bling Miami over in the comments. It's so funny because I be saying the same thing. For the record, I don't drink soda. I drink ginger ale. Yo, what does that mean for us? And what is a petrochemical plant? Did she say what is it? What she said, petrochemical? Okay, first of all, petrochemical definition is substances obtained by the refining and processing of petroleum or natural gas. Okay. All right. A huge petrochemical works producing plastics. Oh my God, the same stuff that produce plastic? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What is a petrochemical ginger? Let me see. Ginger ale? Propylene glycol? Ethanol? Okay, wait. I'm sorry. Hold on. What? Oh, that's not soda. Okay, let me go down. Top class actions. Y'all, look. Holy Schweppes Canada Dry. Ginger ale falsely advertised as containing natural flavors, class action claims. Who? Plaintiff Lillian Elliott filed a class action against Keurig and Dr. Pepper. She claims the company mislabels its Schweppes and Canada Dry ginger ales as being naturally flavored, even though they contain artificial flavors. The class action was filed in California federal court. Wow. Without disclosing that they also contain artificial flavors. They are both intentionally misleading and unlawful under federal and state law because they omit the material fact that the products contain artificial flavoring that reinforces and simulates the ginger ale product's characterizing flavor, aka no damn ginger. Man, listen. I was today years old. Y'all, here's my take on this. God damn it, ginger ale. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like a lot of times we are accustomed to the things that we grew up with, right? Or grew up thinking is normal, or, things that were just traditions or things of that nature. And so, like I know where I'm from in South Carolina, if you sick with a cold, right, you drink a hot toddy. Okay. But ginger ale is just one of them things. I mean, ginger ale is one of them things where if you have a tummy ache, you're recovering from a hangover, you just need to burp, got gas, can't get the burp out, etc. You drink ginger ale. And all my life, I have drank one of them ginger ales. Not to mention what's in my refrigerator right now. And not to mention, I ain't even think about the no-name brand versions. I guess they ain't want to include them in the lawsuit. But we know they got fake ish in them. Y'all, I'm going to say this. Everything that we eating and drinking has more to it than what meets the naked eye. So, just know, when you go looking, you're going to find something. Just when you find something, be prepared to figure out how to handle it. On another show, we're going to talk about the whole strawberry thing that went viral on TikTok. Not this show, though, because I am heartbroken over this ginger ale. So, is ale no ginger? Well, wonder what I'm drinking tonight. Oh, man, yeah. Okay. How long we been on stream? We've been on stream now, over an hour, I know. All right, y'all. I'm going to do one more, then I'm going to go. Let's see. Oh, my God. Since we're talking about drinks and food and stuff, y'all. Oh, my God. Now, I don't eat sushi. I've tried it. I tried to cook one. I don't like the peer pressure that my friends and family try to put me under. Because I don't eat sushi, they try to peer pressure me, tell me something's wrong with me. Because I don't like sushi, or tell me I haven't had the right one. I do not like sushi. Well, apparently, Keith Lee, the viral food critic sensation. Well, y'all, the restaurant that he went to and was doing a review, he didn't even see it, y'all. But his sushi was moving, and people that was watching the live stream noticed the worm in it. Y'all, you cannot make this up. Now the restaurant had to close down. And they better not try to sue Keith Lee either, because how you gonna sue him because you got a worm in your sushi? How you gonna sue him? He ain't tell nobody, they told him. The sushi was moving, y'all. Sparks food safety discourse. A popular Washington sushi restaurant has closed 2 of its locations after a viral TikTok video posted by... No, they didn't close 2 of their locations because of the viral TikTok video. They closed 2 of their locations because they got worms in their sushi. Ew. FOB Sushi Bar. Y'all ever ate there? FOB Sushi Bar announced on Instagram Monday that it's closing its Bellevue and Seattle locations. Now, it comes a little over a week after internet famous food critic Lee reviewed the restaurant in a November 10th post. You can see him showing his food, y'all. I'm trying to find a video. And look, he actually was giving it a good review. He said, overall, this absolutely is a place that I will come back to. He said at the end of the video, and I can see if you love sushi and you don't have a shellfish allergy, this is heaven. But as he was getting to the end of the video, y'all, he noticed how many people came into the restaurant. And, they're like, everybody's reaching and talking and everything. Well, after reviewing it, y'all, people started commenting on his post saying, yo, something is wiggling in your sushi. Oh my God, I'm feeling nauseous. I feel like I want to throw up, and I can't drink no ginger ale because it ain't ginger ale. It's ale with no ginger. God damn it. I'm stressed. At 1 minute, 50 seconds, the end of your sushi was moving. His followers were concerned. Keith, please tell us you're okay. This is my biggest fear. Y'all. Now, the restaurant said it is entirely false. But y'all. And they trying to say, all right, I think we need to see for ourselves. The restaurant saying that it's because Keith Lee, it was the angle that he had his sushi held at. There wasn't nothing in his sushi. It was just the way he was holding it. Oh yeah? Why you closing? Okay, well, let's see. I'm sure by now somebody has put it on YouTube. And if you're on YouTube, guys, make sure, if you like hanging out with me, support the channel and subscribe. Radio-Muva on YouTube. All right, so we are looking for, let's see. We're looking for Keith Lee. Watch it pop up. See? Oh, y'all, listen. Let me warn, trigger warning, okay? Let's see. And y'all, I just want to say this. Do not drink any ginger ale if you feel nauseous after this, because it's probably not real ginger ale. Let's see.
Finally, could this be a case of the Keith Lee effect gone wrong? Of course, Keith Lee, known for boosting sales at restaurants after his famous TikTok reviews, but a Seattle sushi restaurant taking a break because of backlash from a Keith Lee review. Yeah, the popular TikTok star posted video of him trying some food from Fob Sushi. Somebody slowed it down, noticing what they thought looked like some movement on the sushi, saying it was a worm. Now, the sushi restaurant said that, hey, it's when he squeezed with the chopsticks, it kind of made the food bend a little bit. Keith Lee says he didn't notice it until viewers started pointing it out. The restaurant did issue a statement saying, again, it was all the chopsticks. But Keith Lee posted a backup video addressing the restaurant and his followers. He says he didn't get sick, but he doesn't believe the chopsticks were the cause. So yesterday, the restaurant posted on Instagram saying they are closing 2 locations until further notice. Our sister station in Seattle says the Department of Health is looking into the video. I don't know, Greg. I do feel like you could have a food item on there, squeeze it, and it makes the food move.
Right.
The problem with these reviews, they can do great, wonderful things for a restaurant when it's a positive review.
Yo, come on, man. How y'all gonna put that on Keith Lee? Keith Lee tried to support this restaurant. He pays for food when he goes in restaurants. Y'all, this what y'all ass get. Here is my take on the Keith Lee moving sushi. I feel like raw is as close as something that you can eat can be to being alive. Okay? Now, I get it. Sushi is sexy, quote unquote. Sushi is, it's this big thing, especially on the West Coast. And now everyone likes it. And it's so everywhere. And you can cook it and get different versions and blah, 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 blah. Y'all, let me tell you something. I be seeing people get sushi and I be looking at the raw meat or the barely cooked meat or whatever it is. And all I can think about, honestly, like, I'm so glad that I don't eat sushi because I could not eat raw meat because something could be in the raw meat. Now, I know you're probably about to say, well, some could be in the cooked meat too. Well, at least if it's in the cooked meat, it's dead already from the heat. I'm just saying. I already don't eat a lot of meat. I definitely don't eat sushi. And this just reinforced why. Do I feel like this is Keith Lee's fault? Hell no. Is the restaurant trying to clean it up? Hell yes. The way they are positioning it is like, hey, see, this restaurant review, this is what happened when it goes wrong. No, ladies and gentlemen, this is what happened when you have worms in your sushi. That is the only lesson that you can get from this. The lesson is not, don't let Keith Lee in your restaurant. The lesson is that because anybody can live stream. Anybody can live stream from a restaurant, from food they ordered. The other day I went out to eat. Me and my friend, we got on live and was, before we dug into our plates, we were showing it because the plates were so pretty. Now I feel like maybe I should have checked the plate a little more. I'm paranoid. But my food was cooked. Y'all, I'm just going to say this. Check your food. Because I don't eat sushi, but everybody I know do. And if you're going to eat something that's raw, just make sure it ain't moving. And when you see Keith Lee, you better thank him, okay? Because he could have, just said, all right, because of like what the news people saying, I don't want to ruin these people thing or whatever. But no, he has committed to being transparent. And shout out to all the Keith Lee stans and fans who was commenting, worrying about him and letting him know because he was not looking at that worm. Oh my God, it is so disgusting. And now I can't even drink no damn ginger ale because I'm nauseous. The ginger ale ain't ginger ale. Oh my God. Enough for today. I am done. I have had enough. Today, let me tell you something today. Shout out to you, Keith Lee. Can't wait to meet you. Think I need to watch more of your food reviews because I'm definitely feeling paranoid and I don't even eat sushi. But still, if the sushi's in the same restaurant, in the same kitchen, using the same utensils, it is a chance that the same worms could be in my plate too. Oh my God. Did y'all see the tail wiggling? I feel nauseous. I feel nauseous for real. And I can't drink no damn ale, no ginger. Ale, no ginger. I'm signing up for the class action lawsuit and I want to be paid my reparations for all the years that I had to drink ginger ale from a child thinking that it was actually solving my stomach and gastro, whatever you call the gastro stuff that go on in your stomach and esophagus. But me being led to believe that it solved all of those things. Okay? I want all my reparations for that. Okay? All right, y'all. That's gonna do it for me. I mean, where else can I go after a worm? I mean, you can't top that. And I just can't unsee it. I can't unsee the damn worm. You still eat sushi? Do you still eat sushi? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments. And let me know if you eat the raw sushi. You know what's crazy? People that eat sushi, they are such sushi stans that I bet the majority of them are gonna be like, yeah, I still eat sushi. I ain't never been to that place, and now I'm never going. The place I go to don't have no worms in their sushi. Keep leading and see the worm. I'm just saying. Y'all can have y'all sushi, honey. I need it cooked every day. Sometimes even a little overcooked, so I can see a black mark on it, so it cannot bleed, and so I can know a black mark on it, so I know it's done, so I know it's real. All right, y'all. Listen, that's it for me right now. And ironically, I'm about to go get something to eat, and I suddenly not as hungry as I was because I cannot get the worm out of my head. Y'all, that is crazy. Crazy. All right, Radio-Muva on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Take a look at the videos, y'all. Go through the videos, and if you like them, make sure you press the like button, share, and of course, subscribe. We're building a dope community over there. I want you to be a part of the world. I want you to be down with the click. Radio-Muva on everything. Instagram, Twitch, Rumble, Facebook. Shout out to my Facebook crew. All right, we're still working on TikTok, and I'm still praying on X. Okay, Elon Musk is another one doing too much, and I don't know. All right, but we'll talk about that on another show. Y'all know what I say. It doesn't matter who likes you or loves you. It doesn't matter who doesn't like you or who doesn't love you. All that matters is that you like you and that you love you. And if you don't, then you need to do whatever it takes to be able to get there to the point where you can not only like yourself, but love yourself as well. All right? I will see y'all on the next stream. Worms in the sushi. Y'all go ahead with y'all sushi. You gonna eat some sushi right now, aren't you? What kind of sushi you eat? I don't want that. No, thank you. I'm straight. I don't want the cooked one either. Because what, you gonna give me a cooked worm? I'm just saying.